हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू अनदर वीडियो ऑफ स्नोफ्लेक। आज की वीडियो में लोग बात करने वाले हैं स्नोफ्लेक स्ट्रीम के बारे में। तो स्नोफ्लेक स्ट्रीम इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक एंड दिस इज़ यूज्ड फॉर डूइंग द सीडीसी, चेंज डाटा कैप्चर। मतलब किसी भी टेबल में अगर इंसर्ट हुआ है, अपडेट हुआ है या डिलीट हुआ है रिकॉर्ड्स का, तो उसके चीज़ को या उसके मेटा डाटा को कैप्चर करने के लिए उस प्रोसेस को बोलते हैं सीडीसी, चेंज डाटा कैप्चर। तो आज के वीडियो हम लोग थोड़ा थ्योरी देखेंगे एंड फुल प्रैक्टिकल देखेंगे। दिस इज द पार्ट वन ऑफ दिस स्नोफ्लेक स्ट्रीम। इन द अनदर पार्ट विल सी मोर टॉपिक्स रिगार्डिंग द स्नोफ्लेक स्ट्रीम। तो अगर दोस्तों आपने मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया तो प्लीज़ चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें, मुझे काफ़ी मदद मिलती है। और वीडियो पसंद आए तो वीडियो को लाइक और शेयर जरूर करें। तो चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं। तो दिस इज a simple example where we'll understand what Snowflake Stream will help us to achieve. So we have two source table, one is customer table and one is policy table. In customer table, we have customer ID, name and address, and in policy, we have policy ID and policy detail. So we are joining this two table on the policy ID. In customer table, I have not mentioned, but we have a policy ID also here, and that policy I'll write it here. If it is allowing me to write, let me see. Okay, so in customer table also we have policy ID. In the policy table also we have policy ID. So we'll join this table on policy ID and we will get a funnel table, funnel target table, which is called customer policy table, in which we have all the detail of customer plus policy detail. Now in a single run, we will load all the data of customer and policy table into the customer policy table. Now after 2 days, some of the customer data comes into the customer table. So that case, if we run the load command again, so there will be ETL process of loading the command into the customer policy funnel table, then it will duplicate the records. And also if we are not worried about the duplicacy also, but there will be too much of record being moving into the transaction. So what we need some process to capture the insert statement, update statement, delete statement, which is run on the customer source table, and accordingly it should update the funnel table. Means you should have a change data capture process being established. So you can do it by simply writing the SQL with a normal SQL command. Also you can do it. You can compare the new data and the old data of the customer table, and accordingly you can do the CDC, or you can directly apply the CDC in the customer underscore policy. You can also do with the Python program, any other language. In the Spark also you can do with the PySpark. So in our case, we are using Snowflake, and Snowflake has an advantage because it has Snowflake Stream, which will simplify the whole process. Snowflake Stream will capture all the change metadata, and accordingly, we will use the Snowflake Stream object to update the funnel table. So this is our scenario, and let's see how we'll do it in a practical aspect. So this is my Snowflake UI. We are going to simulate the full process of Snowflake Stream. So this is my customer table having these many columns: customer ID, name, address, status, policy ID. This has already been created. When you go into it, you will see customer, and then we have another table called policy detail. So which we have policy ID and policy details. Similarly, we have a funnel table called customer underscore policy, in which we have all the detail of the customer plus policy detail. So what we are going to do, we are going to load some data into this customer tables. So before that, I will truncate this table, customer. Okay. And I'll just drop all my, I'll also truncate the funnel table, and also I will truncate my stream. So we have option to drop the stream, and we'll keep the data into this policy detail. Okay. So in policy detail, we have the policy data. So what we are going to do, we are going to load the data into the customer table. I'm going to load 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 records. These are the ID, and the last ID 201, 202, 203, 204. These are the policy ID, which will get joined into the policy detail table. So we'll run this insert command. Records got inserted. We can see the record by running this command. Okay, so we have 4 records now. Now for the policy detail, we already have the data in the policy detail. We can see that. So we have this policy, this is a policy ID and the details of the policy, like it's a health policy, car policy, house policy, and health, another health policy. Now what we are going to do, we are going to create a stream on customer table so that any changes in the customers table should be captured. So how to create the stream? So there's a command for creating the stream. So we'll create or replace a stream. You will give the stream name on table customer. Okay. So this is going to create the stream on customer table. So when you refresh this, you will see here in my schema. So we have stream here, and this stream name is customer stream. You want to see what is this stream about? You can do show stream, and you can see when it is created, what is the name of the stream, on which database it is, the schema, which user has done this. And also there is stale after, which we'll see in the second part of the video. What is the use of stale after and where we are using it. So when we run the select command on this customer stream, so as of now we will not see any data, because we have inserted the record into the customer table, but we have not changed or done any other insert into it. So there is no record in the stream. Now we are going to load the data into the funnel table, customer policy. So we are going to insert into customer policy, taking all the columns from the customer and one column from the policy detail by joining two tables, customer table and policy detail table on the key policy ID. Okay. So I'll run this command. So now I will run this funnel table to see that it gets updated. So we have everything of a customer and also the policy detail. Now what we are going to do, we are going to add two more rows into the customer table. So now my customer table will have two more rows. So I already have two rows, 105, 106, which have this 201, 202 as a policy ID. So I'm going to load it into customer table. Now when you go and do the select into the customer table, where is my customer table? Select statement is this. So you will see two more records, 105, 106, Piyush and Sweta. These two records are being added. Now what I have to do, now we'll see that is this two insert being captured by the stream or not. So we'll run select star from customer stream, and we will see that two records will be added to this stream. So 105, 106, these two records are being added to this stream, and this is insert. So it's written here when you move it. What is the metadata action? It's insert. And what is the metadata update? Is false. So metadata action, insert action has been done. So these two records are being inserted into this stream, and two records are both insert and update. It's false. So these two are insert. Now what we are going to do, we are going to insert this two record into the main table, the target table. So the first case we have used the join between customer and policy detail, but in the second case we'll join customer stream and policy detail, because we want to get only these two records. So these two records has been captured as a change, as an inserted new inserted record. So we want only new inserted records to be loaded. So we'll use customer stream and policy detail as a join table, and we'll do the insert into the funnel table. And now when you run the select statement from the main table customer policy, so this is a select. So you will see total 4 into 4 to 6 records. These two records has been inserted. So this way you can capture the insert statement. Now we'll come to the update statement. In update statement, we have to deal in a very different way. So what we are going to do, we are going to update two records or a single record. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to update address to Delhi where customer ID is 001, 101. So 101 is customer Saurav, its address is Bangalore. Now in the customer table, I'm going to update it to 101. Okay. Now when you go to the customer table, select of the customer table, you will see that 101 has been updated to Delhi. Fine. Now this update metadata or the update information should be updated also to the target table. Before that, we will see that what is there in the customer stream, in our stream. So in our stream, there will be two record. One is for the Saurav original record, which is it considered as a deleted because it's an old record. And the new record is the one which has been inserted. The old will have the old address and the new will have the new address. So one thing I forgot to mention, when we run or when we use the stream gets blank. So initially in the first example, I have added two insert statement. So in that case, when I have put the insert statement into the funnel table, so then all the records from the stream will be nullified, or all the record in the stream will be resetted to 0. So now we have two records. So the first one is the So now we have two records and pointing to the same customer ID. So one is the deleted one because it has the old customer address, and another is the inserted one, which is the new customer address. Now, how to insert, how to make this information available into our target table? So in this case, we will use merge statement. So we are going to merge into the customer or the target table, which will be joining from the customer policy, customer stream. So because stream has this information, and I don't want to capture this two record, I want to get only the record which is the inserted one, which is the new address. So your requirement may be different. You may need both this record because you want to also show that this particular record was the old record, this is the new record. But in my case, the example which I'm taking is I need only the new record where the updated data is there, means updated address is there in that record. So I'm using customer stream and the customer policy as a target table, joining this, merging this on customer ID and customer ID. So when matched, so we have here 101, and in the final table also we have 101 as a Saurabh as a customer name. So if it is matched, then there is two records. So there is two columns. One is metadata action, and one is metadata update. So I'm taking at when the metadata action is insert and the metadata update is true. So it will point to the first record, which is the new record, means which have the updated address. Then if it is matched, and then if this information is true, if this is true like insert and true, then update the funnel table. So update customer name of funnel table. C is the alias for the funnel table. Customer name with the stream customer name, address with the stream customer address. So customer address for this record is the new one, Delhi, because I'm pointing to the insert and true. I'm not pointing to delete and true. If I'll point to delete and true, then we will get the old address. That we can do in another example, or you can try it in your machine. So I have taken the new this example as an insert and true, and this will update your new record, or the existing record of the customer policy or the target table. So I'll run this command. Okay, so I will see the statement of the policy, customer policy funnel table. You will see 101 Saurabh, and the previous address was Bangalore, and now it has been changed to Delhi. So we have seen insert and update. Now we have run the update command, or we have run the merge command from the customer stream. So let's see what is there inside the customer stream now. So ideally there should be no record. So there is no record in the customer stream because we have used customer stream. So the logic is whenever you use customer stream, for example, you have 10 records in a customer stream, but you use only one record of a customer stream in the joining purpose of the final record. Then also your whole table of the customer stream, means whole the object of the customer stream will become blank. It will not have any tracking record. So customer stream will have the record till the time when it has not been used into the downstream. Okay. Now how it happens? It happens like customer stream. When we create a stream, it does not contain any record. वो कोई record hold नहीं करता है, कोई storage नहीं देता है. It is pointing to the original table. Means we have a customer table here. So whenever we create a stream on the any of the table, for example, in our case, we are creating a stream on customer table. So what will happen? In the background, it will add 2-3 columns more to the customer table. It will add metadata, meta action, meta. So it will add meta action, meta update, and meta row ID into the customer table, and all these 3 columns will be hidden into the customer table. But when you query this command like customer stream, this one, select star from customer stream, then you got to see all these 3 particular columns. So stream doesn't hold any table, it just tracks the metadata, what all changes has been done, and that 3 columns are actually in the customer table. It is hidden, we cannot see when we run the select star from customer, but it is actually lies in the customer table. So this is the logic behind this. And also there is a concept of offset in the stream. Whenever there is a change in the particular table, customer table, the offset will have the particular state of the table, like what has been changed. When you when we and when you use all the data, or when you use any data in a single record also of the stream, the offset is reset to 0, means offset is reset to the previous version, or the version like there is nothing inside the stream. So whenever there is a change in the customer table, that offset values will get increased. The offset will have the particular timestamp. Actually, in the offset, there is one part which is a timestamp. It shows about like at this timestamp, this particular record has been updated, this record has been inserted, or some of the records has been deleted. So this was all about the part one of the stream. So this was all about the part one of the stream. In the next part of the stream, we will see how we can use or how we can visualize the delete statement, because we have seen the merge statement here. We have seen the insert. So how we'll see the delete? Can we have to add the delete from the update statement or somewhere else? We need to see that. And also what is stale, because you can see when you run this policy, I'll show you there is one particular column as stale here. So when you do the show stream, there is one column called stale after. This is very important. We need to see what's the meaning of it, and then later on we'll see how we'll use it and where we'll use it. Okay. So this stream is called the delta stream because it's a delta load. It's very useful in the delta load. We'll see in the next part also where practically where you can use it in your particular project or where you can see these kind of things mainly being used. तो आज के लिए दोस्तों इतना ही. आप इसके प्रैक्टिकल्स करें. इफ़ यू हैव एनी डाउट्स प्लीज पोस्ट इन द कमेंट और राइट ए मेल टू मी. आई विल कम अप विद अ सॉल्यूशन. तब तक के लिए अपना ध्यान रखें. टेक केयर एंड हैप्पी लर्निंग.